So once you have got open Blip Builder or Blip app on your Microsoft Teams, or if you're online and you've logged yourself in, it should automatically log you in through Microsoft. What you need to do is you need to go on to create a new project just here and give it a good name. So don't just call it test, give it something like Nottingham AR app or something along those lines. And then you've got the access to select which one you prefer. So you've got the marker where we were looking at last lesson using a printed visual. So if you wanted to choose that where you scan an item and then it pops up in front of you, then that's marker based. You've got surface based, where it's all going to be based around on the physical surface of your AR experience, 3D scenes and models. And then you've got the around you one, which I recommend because that's the one that you can scan using your camera. You can look around you and you can have a look and see what's around. So I'm going to go select around you, and then that will eventually load up our app interface. So you can see that you've got quite a lot going on. The main bits that you need to know for this lesson in particular is, first of all, looking at...
Thursday, Friday swap.
Thursday, Friday. Okay. Right, so, sorry about that. So we've got our scenes here, so we can go to scene 1. We don't want to call it scene 1 because that's not a very good name, so we're going to call it something like main menu, if it will let me. Let's just delete it. Oh, it's going all really slow. Main menu. Press enter, and that'll allow us to do our main menu. You can see here at the bottom you can add a new scene. When you add a new scene, you can call it whatever you want, but make sure you press enter. So I'm going to use the different scenes for my different monuments that I've picked within Nottingham. So I'm going to do a Meadow Lane one, because everyone likes Meadow Lane. And no one likes Ilkeston. And then we've got Trent Bridge. And then the other one that I did, I think, was the Nottingham Eye Centre, I think. NIC, we'll just call him Nick for short. So we've got now 4 scenes, can't count. That's the end. So we've got 4 scenes, which now we can access through the top little bit here. So we can go through each one here. At the minute, we've got nothing on it. And then I want to start to add in some assets. So on the left-hand side, you can see that we've got our library of assets. You can see that I've got some already uploaded. If you press on the big plus here, that will allow you to then go to the browse element and browse and upload. So if you click on it there, that will pop up a lovely window for you to be able to look at your folders. So you do need to make sure you've saved your assets, your pictures, all in one place. It's not loading. I don't know why. It's getting very slow. I didn't need it in the end. We are on also still on video, which is quite cool. Anyway, so I've saved them all into this folder here. So if I press on map, which is my my opening map, so I'm going to open that, and then that will upload it to Blip Builder. Cool. So you can see it's loading up at the top left, and then what I can do is I can drag that into my wonderful main menu part here. And 100% is essentially when you look at it through your camera. So I would not zoom out or anything like that. What I would probably do is scale it down on the right hand side. So you can scale on the right hand side, maybe change it to a 3. So now it looks a little bit better, so that when we preview it, you'll be able to actually see the map quite nicely and the whole thing. So if we want to preview it, on the top right corner, press on preview. You will see that an emulator pops up. See you later, Miss Wynn. Bye. And then you will see when it loads up on my emulator. It's been really slow. Da, 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 da. Away from home. Right, you can see that I can look around my map. The grey screen is the back of your camera roll, so it would be normally see-through. So you can see that it allows us to scan around. And then what we want to do is we want to add all of the assets that you have picked for your 3 monuments. So we've got, I've got Trent Bridge already uploaded, I've got Meadow Lane, and I've already got NIC. So let's put them into the right places. So the way that I do that, drag them in on the right hand side. I'm going to put them essentially where they should be, which the Nottingham Eye Centre should be around here. There we go. I'm going to drag it in, and hopefully you might not be able to see it, but there's a blue arrow. If you press that up and down, it might go behind. So that one is layers behind, and then we can see it. So we want it as close to the map as possible. I quite like that size as the NIC. And I'm going to do Meadow Lane as well. Let's do Meadow Lane on the proper side, the Nottingham side. So again, that's gone behind. So I'm just going to pull it out with my blue arrow. And then the same with Trent Bridge. I'm going to pull that in. Don't forget you need to upload them. And Trent Bridge is over on the other side of the city, over the Trent. And then that's going to be there. So now when I preview, at the minute, all I will be able to see is my map. And I'll be able to see my 3 monuments on there as well, which I can start to click on in a bit. So I've got my NIC there. I've got my Meadow Lane, and I've got my Trent Bridge. So my little task to you, see if you can get that working, but also try and see if you can get Meadow Lane. So Meadow Lane's dropped in, or whatever landmark you've used. So we've got Meadow Lane here, and then the same again for Trent Bridge, and the same again for the NIC. So try and see if you can do that on your own, and then we're going to look at how we can click on these and we can trigger it to do something.